I'm back, and I'm here with a new Sonic Movie 2 video. And there's a lot of Easter eggs that I totally missed. As well as the definitive answer whether we've been seeing the Chaos or the Master Emeralds. And I even have some set footage to back it up. Also, we have what looks like it will be the first on-screen appearance of movie Super Sonic.
Bruh.
Yes, actually. Plus some other little goodies I've got. And a couple of the Easter eggs are like, how did I miss this? What? And yes, it's all spoiler free. I'm excited for this movie and want you to experience this story on the big screen for yourself. While I will be talking about elements of the plot, I'm not going to say anything about the ending or anything that would soil your popcorn indulging romp. So first, let's get into the major Chaos versus Master Emerald question that I'm seeing literally flood my comments everywhere. So when I made my initial video reacting to the trailer, everyone was in the comments fighting with each other over whether we saw the Master or Chaos Emeralds. And there is a good reason for them to be so divided. I mean, they are different sizes than what we're used to, but there's a lot more to their arguments for both sides here. So first, let's look at the relevant scenes in the trailer, then go everything we have to support their claims before we get into the first set clip. And again, it's all spoiler free. But quickly, before we get into it, smash the buttons, you know what to do. Like, subscribe to the #1 source of all Sonic news, The Sonic Show. Come on, you don't want to miss out on that stuff. You don't want to be the one that's like, wait, there was Sonic Frontiers gameplay? I didn't know. I wasn't subbed and bell to The Sonic Show. Oh no! Yeah, that guy's a clown. Honestly, a terrible mistake. So yeah, hit the buttons, do it. And now, Sonic Movie 2 news. So the first thing everyone is pointing out is that this is bigger than the Chaos Emeralds as we've seen them before. Just wow. We've seen them previously able to fit in the size of your hand, but now they'd probably require 2 hands to hold stable. It's almost like a metaphor for how phones are constantly getting bigger, isn't it? So yeah, while they are bigger than we've seen them before, look at how big the Master Emerald is in comparison.
It's so big.
The Master Emerald is much larger than even Knuckles, making it probably just a little shorter than Robotnik. So there's definitely a bigger change in size from the Master Emeralds, as opposed in change of size to the Chaos Emeralds. Now, I'm not discounting Master Emerald enjoyers' points entirely, because it's still really possible, as we see what looks like is where the Emerald is coming from, and to veteran Sonic fans, might look very familiar. These ruins look just like the one the Master Emerald is capped at. Now, we haven't seen any other emeralds than the green one they keep showing, so it's possible there's only one in this movie. And this is where our set footage comes to play. So I'm only going to play the audio with my own transformative visuals, as I don't want to spoil anything, and I definitely don't want to get taken down. But this one line is very important to everything going on here. So the basic premise is Tom and Maddie are at Maddie's sister's wedding, I forget the sister's name, in Hawaii. Aloha, and suddenly, probably from Russia, Sonic comes in and teleports snow everywhere. Why are the bad guys always from there? I won't give any more preface than that, but take a listen to this line in particular.
For legal reasons, I had to remake it, so I spent 5 minutes in MS State Law.
I've in the snow. After snow. Oh yeah.
He very audibly says magical emeralds in shock, and since he says emeralds, and we see them in a lot of different locations in the trailer, it's very possible that we're going to see them go around and try to capture different emeralds and harness their power. Problem is, normally they're scattered around the world they were used in, but if Robotnik found this on the Mushroom Planet or some other planet, then they very well could be scattered around multiple worlds that Sonic has on his map. You know, the one we saw from the first movie? Yeah, that one.
And if I'm ever discovered, I'll follow Longclaw's instructions and use my rings to escape to a new planet. A nice, safe little world filled only with mushrooms.
Warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do. So no more fan mail. Thank you. I hate mushrooms.
This could even explain the spaceship we're seeing in the trailer being used in a different context. It also would explain GUN's involvement, and it would also make sense if the emeralds were scattered on different planets, but the one on Earth was in Russia. Because again, that's where all the bad guys are. Or is that the other one? But as of now, we're not even entirely certain where Robotnik found this off-planet. As the trailer doesn't explicitly say where he found it, we just know it's in this owl room that I assume is off Earth, since that's kind of the plot of the first movie, right? He teleports to Earth, that's it. Also, yes, I'm going more into the owl room. I know, some people were mad. I barely even talked about it in my other video. I understand why now. You guys were right. It is important. But first, let's get through Supersonic. Come on, that's what you guys want to see first. So as of now, this looks like it'll be a classic quest to have Sonic and Tails get all the Chaos Emeralds. And I wasn't capping. That leads us right to where we could very well see Supersonic show up in this film. This is definitely a movie that story-wise will have a lot more for Sonic fans than that story. I don't think that one was really written for Sonic fans in mind. I don't know who was in mind, to be honest. So, one of the most requested things everyone wanted to see in the original movie was, drumroll, Supersonic. And with the inclusion of the Chaos Emeralds now, if they're able to successfully nab all 7 in this movie, might be saving it for a sequel, we could be seeing our blue boy turn into a bright gold. And even if it is the Master Emerald we're seeing, that could still very well end up in us seeing Supersonic. Twice in Sonic's past have characters used the Master Emerald to transform into a super state, so it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility since they can pretty much change whatever they want for the movie. I could definitely see Sonic using the Master Emerald to turn into the perfectly tanned babe, Supersonic. And I don't want to get my words twisted here. Supersonic is an absolute babe. Plus, a lot of people think we are seeing the Master Emerald in a smaller state, which they did in Sonic Adventure 2, so not entirely out of the realm of possibility, especially with the confirmed inclusion of GUN, so we will definitely be seeing elements and themes from Sonic games peeking their heads into this movie a bit. So, for them to shrink the Master Emerald for the sake of the plot, when there's principle for it being done before, is very possible. And it would be an easier plot for kids to handle with them doing it back and forth for the first Emerald, rather than a quest to get all 7, which I feel would take a long time to be properly done in a movie, but also something way too significant and plot-oriented to be smushed down into a brief training montage. Although, I would allow it to be in a montage as long as they play Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. That's the one exception. So here's an Easter egg that I hardly touched. I didn't even mention it in the other video. But in a scene where you see Robotnik standing next to the Emerald, you see the owl ruin in the background, definitely meaning Longclaw's strange-looking owl people have some sort of involvement with the Emerald. And since we saw them being literally hunted down by the echidnas in the first movie, and at the time didn't know why, now we can start to piece together them hunting for this Emerald. However, you think Longclaw would leave the Emerald with Sonic? There's a variety of reasons I guess that couldn't happen, maybe even due to them getting caught up just far away from the Emerald. But we definitely know the echidnas had something to do with the disappearance of the owl people, so it's definitely no coincidence we're seeing that symbol here. And I don't know if you know this, but Knuckles is an echidna, don't tell anyone. So maybe Sonic will have to forgive Knuckles about that, it'll be some big plot element. Maybe that's even partially the reason why Knuckles is after Sonic. Oh no, is this gonna be Zootopia with Sonic OCs? Also, here's another Easter egg, and this is what leads me to believe they're traveling the world for the Emeralds. So in the scene where Sonic and Tails enter the bar all bundled up, you might have not noticed this, but this isn't your typical bar. There's a few indicators, but first, the flag really shows that they're in Russia, which also explains the extreme snow. And this is backed up by the fact that you can also see a little Russian text on one of the bar signs in the scene. So this definitely furthers the theory that they're either chasing the globe for the emeralds plural or the emerald singular. We will definitely be seeing a lot of sights in this film, which is nice, because the last one went from a made-up small city to a real big city. A little boring. And I have a few more of these Easter eggs to speed run into it before we wrap up. Another missed Easter egg is that Maddie literally does an Ahigo face. I know, the quick cuts hide most of it, but you can see it, and it will definitely be in the movie. A lot of people will be like, aha, funny joke. I'm not joking. Here's a picture. It cuts right after this. I doubt the movie will cut right after this. So yeah, we're seeing it. And honestly, might be my most anticipated scene in the whole film. I'm kind of excited. It might even force me to put myself in a Paul Rubens situation. Also, another thing I noticed is when Sonic takes Robotnik's rocket and throws it back at him, and you can't see this except for in 2 frames, but he's not throwing it at Robotnik at all. Maybe this is some relic wall, or maybe it's to hide something for the trailer. Like how Sonic has his red shoes on in the Sonic Movie 1 trailers. And in the movie itself, he has those hideous peasant shoes on. So what he's throwing the rocket at, I don't know. It looks like part of the ruins. Maybe something he needs to break or something Robotnik's near. Unsure on that one for now. Another missed Easter egg is the raccoons we see. Yes, remember the raccoons from the first movie? Well, this time, in the second movie, they literally missed them. Hopefully they just didn't make it to the trailer and will be in the movie. But if this is some indication about them moving away from my people, the Procyon Latour, then I will be furious and I will not make 100 videos on this movie once it releases. However, it's possible they just wanted to give them the big reveal they deserve and intentionally cut the trailer to hide them, which is the kind of genius marketing I've come to expect. What's next? Opening a Discord? So definitive answer, is it the Master or Chaos Emeralds? Well, I'm leaning towards Chaos as of now, given the size and the fact that they mention magical emeralds, plural. However, Sonic could be describing them and Tom's just goofing on him because with how bad the audio is, I can't really hear what the guy who's saying Sonic's lines is saying. Using my basic color comprehension skills, I'd say that the giant green tornado has something to do with this giant green emerald we're seeing. Regardless of Master or Chaos, there's clearly a strong energy here. They might even say magical. I'm really hoping they don't say magic emerald, so that will sound really lame, wouldn't it? All I know is whatever this power is, it'll be used against Sonic. How he stops it and what feats Robotnik throws at him, we'll have to wait and see on the big screen. And that's why there's no spoilers. I can't spoil something I don't know. Oh, and quickly before I wrap up, I want to mention that the Sonic Show album is out. It's a banger, 14 minutes of absolute smashers. Sonic parody songs, ew, no, cringe. Original Sonic rap songs in the theme of Sonic, no, also kind of cringe. Now imagine an album of absolute bangers with Sonic rapping on them and no AI. It's actually Sonic. Shadow's there, Tails, Knuckles, Cream. It's kind of a bop. Also, it's a little uncommon, but text me. Yeah, it's real. You get a little automated response that's totally optional to fill out only if you want to be added as a contact to stand out from the literally hundreds of texts I'm getting. But you can also just ignore the automated message and send me a spicy meme. I'll rate it out of 10, and please don't send anything stale. I have seen an infinite amount of stale memes. Yes, Patrick, Googling Sonic meme and sending me anything from the top results is obviously stale. And that's all for today. Lots of great stuff. It's so amazing. The best stuff. Keep consuming my videos and I'll keep being grateful. You've watched The Sonic Show. That feels a little weird to say, doesn't it? Lots of love. Peace!
But can I do this?
Blue laser! Red laser! Right! Blue laser! Red laser! That's it!